Welcome to the Medlook video tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to examine more closely all the items underneath the View menu in the main Medlook folder menu. If we click on the View menu, we'll see that we've already discussed the patient table, phones, all these different types of customizable default settings for each view. And we've also discussed these items here, which are directly related to customizing the display. They're also on the right click menu of any grid. The items remaining down here are the folder list, the button bar, the group by box, the toolbar, and the status bar. Let's take the easiest one first, the status bar. At the bottom you notice it shows it's Monday 21 April 2008 3:21. If I click on this, the status bar is gone. The only reason I can think of that I want to get rid of that is it gives me just a little bit more space to work. So if I've got a really teeny screen, it can save me a little bit of room. The other thing is, notice I can be down here and this thing changes. This information over here changes as I pass my cursor over different items. Okay. The toolbar allows me to specify which toolbars are to be displayed. We've got the tools, navigator, reports, and then we can reset the default. If I click on tools, it adds another toolbar up here for being able to do a new item from any one of the folders in the folder list, or open an item, which is the same as double clicking. I can do a preview the displayed folder for printing. I can print it. I can turn the find box on and off. I can go directly to the appointment scheduling, or I can go directly to the daily ledger for posting my transactions, or I can just refresh the display, which is the same as Control R. I can also do a right click up here, and that gives me the same options that you see when I come over here to View and do Toolbar. Let's do one more, Navigator. This one's not so important anymore since we have this Folders menu. The Folders menu and this particular menu bar are the same thing. Notice it has the patient icon, same as that, the referral icon, same as that, the doctors, so it has the same thing as these. Okay, only thing is you can't have little plus signs when you do those things up here. So we have little drop downs. So you see you can do select folder, new patient, or edit patient. Obviously if I did a new patient, you just do open the patient's account in new, starting from scratch. This would allow me to do pick a patient from a list and then go in and edit the patient. Same holds for any other item over here. See? Till we get to some of these over here. The reports, it actually has all the reports in the drop down, all the labels, the billing, the helpers, and then this appointment scheduling. An additional one is the reports toolbar. We bring that up. It's the same as if we'd opened up to office reports. We would have patient, percent doctor, percent insurance, all the way down here to user activity. Custom reports is not up there on that menu. Needless to say, these are not used very much anymore because they've been organized much better. But still, you can use them, and I'm going to turn the navigator off, and I'm going to turn the reports off. The toolbar still comes in kind of handy. Notice you can grab it and drag it and move it around, and so you can still have both of them up there at once. As long as you have that little widget right there, you can just come up here and click it, grab it, move it. And if you mess your toolbar up too much somehow and you get lost, you can always do a View, Toolbars, reset the default, which turns them all back on again. Then you can just simply turn off the ones you don't want. Okay, I'm going to turn them all back off again. We also have a group by box, which will only pertain to when we're up in a folder. Here I have the group by box turned on. I can come back down here, turn it off, turn it on, and that allows me to drag and drop. Let's say I want to group the patients by, let's say, well, I guess by last name since I don't have anything else in common, or by title. Let's do it by title. Just grab it, drop it up into there, and so I got Miss, Mr., and Mrs. And it tells me how many I have in each category. And that's simply by dragging it up there. And I can drop and drag as many as I want. I can do by last name too then. So then you see we can have up to 2 levels for each one of them. Okay, obviously this grouping doesn't make any sense, but the fact is we can do it. And seldom do I use that because you can always do group by right here just as easy. Then we have the view, we have the button bar. We haven't looked at this. This one's kind of obsolete now. Some people use it, some people don't. Again, you can grab and drag and drop, make it wider, but this is what Outlook used to have in it, and then the folder list as well, and you can click between them. It's the same thing, it's just a matter whether it's textual or graphically. And you can notice you can turn these things on and off using Control-Shift-T, Control-Shift-B. So I can be down here, Control-Shift-T, I'm there without any list. I can go back to Home, and I can do Control-Shift-T, and I'm back, I'm in the list, click on the patients. So depending on how much room I need, Control-Shift-T brings my list up and down. What else do we have underneath View? The one thing we didn't discuss before was the defaults view, and that's largely because now you can do a right click, restore default layout on each individual grid. You can also click on View, do a defaults, and it'll come up with this little dialog, and you can pick out which particular grid you'd want to restore. It can be useful for the Find dialog, but that's about it. But that pretty much covers the File View menu. I hope this helps you in your day-to-day task, and have a good day.